the government unclear? In the history, that's what even Mr. Kharge had said, that it's never quite happened that before a special session, the opposition doesn't know what's on agenda. What do you think for someone who's watched this government over the last 10 years? Because there's this, wild speculation going on what could be up for discussion. Do you see it being the women's bill? Do you see it be UCC? Do you see a discussion on one nation, one poll?
Preeti, my belief is, I've learned the hard way, never try and read the mind of Prime Minister Modi. You never know what comes up next. I do believe, though, that the very fact that it is a 5-day session, it's not just about Amrit Kal and Band Baja Barat. There is much more. This is not just about Chandrayaan and about G20. There is a legislative agenda which the government is hoping will set the narrative for 2024. There is much talk. It could be women's reservation. It could be OBC reservation. The Rohini Commission report. It will be an issue that the government hopes puts the opposition on the back foot. That's what I was told by a senior BJP leader. You will see it will be an issue that will put the government on the back, the opposition on the back foot. When I asked him what's the issue, he said even I don't know. And that's the irony. Even government ministers are unaware of the agenda of this special session. Now, you do not conduct parliament and parliamentary democracy in this kind of secrecy, in my view. But expect something that the Prime Minister will hope will set the agenda for 2024.
Well, expect the unexpected or expect the speculated. Thank you, Rajdeep, for joining us. Shama, I'll come back to you. Appreciate the patience. What is it that the Congress and the India Alliance fears that could be up for discussion? Understandably, the agenda should have been communicated. At least history stands testimony. There's been protocol to that.
Yeah, see, that is what I'm trying to tell you. They do not follow any protocol and all their decisions are whimsical. For example, I'll give you one. In 2015, when there was a PIL for a change from the name from India to Bharat, the government of India said, there is no change in circumstances to consider any change in Article 1 of the Constitution of India. So there was no change in circumstance then. Now, I want to know what is the circumstance now that they have put it in the invitation? You have to tell us only one circumstance, that is the alliance called India. They are just rattled with this alliance because I can see that in every talk of our Prime Minister Modi, everywhere when he gives a bhashan in Rajasthan or for that matter Madhya Pradesh, he keeps attacking the alliance called India. So that itself is rattled. Number two, you spoke about one nation, one poll. Now I fail to understand how is Harish Salve a part of it. He should be put out of that panel because he is hobnobbing with a fugitive called Lalit Modi. Lalit Modi is wanted by our government. And why is he hobnobbing? He's part of one nation, one poll. This is the man who's going to decide about our polls in India. I mean, I fail to understand that. And the other thing I want to say is, every time Rahul ji takes the word Adani, it's expunged. We want a JPC in that. We've been telling, but there's no discussion on that. The mics of opposition party members are switched off. When our president, Mr. Kharge ji speaks, it's again switched off. So what is happening? Like Rajdeep said, democracy is really in danger, or I'm saying democracy is really in danger at this point of time. And I defy today the spokesperson, Zafar is sitting here, I defy you to pass the women's reservation bill, which your manifesto promised in 2014. We didn't have the numbers. We know that. We didn't have the numbers. In the Lok Sabha, you have the numbers. Do it and show it to the women of this India. Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, all these naras.
I want to go back to Syed Zafar. Right. Okay. All right. Shama Mohammed, stay with me. Going back to Syed Zafar Islam. Syed Zafar Islam, the fact is, we're a democracy. There's been parliament protocol. We're not a banana republic. You're calling a joint session of the parliament. History testimony. Every time the opposition is informed why a special session is being called. Why not this time around? Cut the speculation.
See, they need not speculate. They should wait for the agenda to come. Why there is a hue and cry? Why there is they are overly concerned about the agenda? The agenda will come. They will get to know.
Protocol, sir.
But they are trying to unnecessarily create an issue because
the opposition is
we
told
know
when
the protocol
is called. That's the reason it's being called. Okay, sir. Go ahead.
No, that's not true. that's not true. Agenda is always provided before the session begins. They will also get to know what is the agenda. Their members in the advisory committee will also discuss about it. So the entire the parliamentary democratic protocol will be maintained like it was maintained earlier, like it has been done in the past. If today we are doing, then you are creating an unnecessary issue and pinpointing us that we are not following the protocol. Then the Congress party have violated the protocol every time.
Not for a
they have
special
convened
session,
the parliament.
sir. Difference
So it
between
is
a regular session of parliament and a special joint
no,
session.
It is the parliament is convened by the honorable president of Bharat. So she has convened the this special session, and I think every member of the parliament should wait for the agenda to come. So they will. Was he aware? Mr. Rajdeep Desai said that some minister, he didn't name the minister, he was not aware. So it has been convened. People will get to, every member of the parliament will get to know whether it's a part of the treasury bench or the part of the opposition bench. The problem is that they know, the problem with the opposition bench that they have zero acceptability in the eyes of the people of India. They are talking about trust deficit. In fact, they have created such perception about themselves, because every time they discuss in the business advisory committee that these things to be discussed next day on the floor of the parliament, they back out, they do a lot of hangama, and they force the chair to somehow not letting the business to conduct on the floor of the parliament. So it is.
Okay,
so
I appreciate.
they are forcing to suspend the parliament.
I've come to the end of this debate. I appreciate both of you for joining us. The only difference is, yes, you're right, that before every parliament session on the eve of it, the agenda is communicated. Different till now, where a special joint session is concerned. But having said that, speculation is rife. Will it be something completely out of the box, which would be up for discussion or an agenda? Or would it be one of the many trial balloons that have been floated, which is actually the real one? We'll only know starting the 18th of September till the 22nd of September.